Hello, this is Carol Springer with Gabriel Sales, and today I'm going to show you how to prepare your template for importing new prospects into Pardot. Okay, and the reason I do this is because sometimes you'll get an email or a Excel sheet to import, and the fields aren't mapped, or I would in the past upload something and like, oh shoot, I forgot to put the lead source, or like, oh shoot, I forgot to assign it to people. So having this little import template will help us know what to do and the little things to not to forget to do and how to prepare this so it makes your job really easy to do imports. So one of the first things I do is I match the titles here to what Pardot would use. Okay, so if I'm in Pardot, I go here, the fields like website is spelled out website, not URL, address one, city, state. So if you go in here, I have these headers. So my headers are email, first name, last name, job title, address one, phone, etc. Okay, and then I also add source. Most of the time, I do not get import documents from people with the source in there already. And then also, if I want to assign this to a person, so remember what triggers a new prospect to go into Salesforce is if it's assigned to a queue, a person, or the lead assignment rule. So if I want to assign to a specific user, I just put their email address in there, okay? You can't just put Carol Springer. It won't know. It identifies users in the system by email address, okay? So what I do, and you can do however you'd like, is, so I might get it like this: first, company, street, zip, URL. So what I would do here is, this is just my little trick. I go X, and then I'll put that first name there, and then last name. And so what I do is I grab items from my template and then put them into my new item. So sometimes actually I'll just like make a column above here with these headers. And that way, once all the yellows are gone, then I say, okay, what's missing, and add those. And I don't have to worry about shuffling up columns, because then you're definitely more likely to make some mistakes. Okay, and so just a couple of pointers I have here in the notes section. The state, this is for one client. The state must be spelled out. So you do want to ask your admin in Salesforce if state should be a 2-digit abbreviation or spelled out, and put whatever your requirement is. Same, this one, the country must be spelled out. I always like to translate everything to proper text. Every once in a while, we'll get a bunch of first name and last name in all caps. And here's a little formula on how to change that to what we call proper text, where the first letter is capitalized and the rest is lowercase. Okay, Pardot only takes prospects if there's an email address. So you might as well just purge the ones that don't have an email address. Okay, zip code, there's a zip code field. A lot of times, if you notice, the East Coast starts with 0, and if you start playing around with this spreadsheet, by the time you get it, the 0 drops out. So if you just change the format of that field to zip code, you should be fine. Okay. And then after, if you want to add these people to a Salesforce campaign, after you do the import, you can run the segmentation rule that adds them to a Salesforce campaign. And we have another video that talks about that. Okay, and if you're going to assign the user, as I mentioned, you need the email address. Also keep in mind, Pardot does not like role addresses. Info at, admin, tech support at, those will get rejected, just so you know. Okay, assigned user is not required. You can always assign it in the system, and you cannot assign at the import to queues or lead assignment rules, but you can run a rule after it's in. Oh, there you go. If you want to assign to a queue or lead assignment rule, you need to do that with an automation rule with the lists that are in there. Okay, I have a different video that actually will tell us how to get through the import, but it's interesting. In Lightning, there's a couple different ways to do it. Where to start, I'll just point that out. So you can either go into the Pardot settings and do import, or you can go into prospects, and there's a button there, import prospects. So that's it for today. We do have this Excel template, and it's available for download. So look in the notes below and download that and ask us if you have any questions. Thank you.